Alright, so I realized I have mostly guys following me. So I thought, why not help you guys out with situations that most guys mess up? Part 1 will be how to get a kiss on the first date. It's all about feeling the vibe. We start out by casually touching. Don't be weird, guys. Just like on the shoulder or arm if you guys are laughing, very chill. Or grabbing for the same drink. If she's into you, she'll linger. She'll want to find a way to touch you again. So the next step is the classic on the back of the couch. Don't touch her, just put it on the back of the couch, completely not touching her. And if she's into you, she'll nuzzle in and kind of get her right up in there. The key is to not grab gross spots. Don't grab her leg or around the waist, it's just awkward. And if you keep doing that flirty platonic touching for long enough, she'll give you the final step. The look. Yeah, it exists. Then you kiss her. Like for part 2.
10 great questions to ask on a first date. 1. What's your favorite time of year? 2. If you could learn any language right now and speak it fluently, what language would you pick? 3. What's a movie that everyone seems to like but you just think is eh? 4. What's a hobby that interests you that you haven't tried yet? 5. iPhone or Android? 6. What was the last TV show that you binged watched? 7. What was your favorite cartoon as a kid? 8. Do you believe in horoscopes? 9. Do you have any siblings? 10. Would you ever go to outer space if you could? These questions are just to get the ball rolling on the conversation and to get the date flowing. They're by no means the questions you have to ask. Just use these questions as a jumping off point. Hey, did you find this helpful? If you did, let me know.
When I was taking my dog for a walk yesterday, I asked a man for his number and I got it. Ow! Okay, here's the story. Basically, we were walking on this trail and he was walking behind me, but he was faster than me. So then he passed me and I looked at him. I was like, oh, he's cute. And then he passed in front of me and I was like, should I go tell him he's cute? Like, I don't know. Should I? Is that weird? Is that creepy? I don't know. And so I built up the courage. And I did this awkward little jog with Ruby. And I was like, hi, so this is super random, but quarantine has me feeling bold. So I think that you're super cute. And I like that you have a yoga mat in your backpack. And if you were single, I was wondering if you wanted to hang out sometime. And then he was like, oh my gosh, yeah, I don't know whether to say anything sometimes because I don't want to come off as creepy. And then I realized, are there like a lot of cute guys that don't say anything ever because they don't want to come off as creepy? Probably. Women, I think we should be making more moves out there.
Part 2 for the bros, man. Further discussion on the look. All girls have their own style. A shy girl. The confident girl. The playing it cool girl. Basically, the common thread is prolonged eye contact. Boys, use this to your advantage. When you make eye contact with a girl, she automatically thinks of you as more than a friend, even just to test it. So make eye contact. And this works even if you're just friends, guys. Or strangers. A girl you're barely talking to. If you look at her like this, yes, that long, you will tug on her heartstrings. Especially the smile at the end. I mean, it works for girls too. But guys, eye contact is confidence. So lock 'em.
The real reason why nice guys are not attractive has nothing to do with being nice, but everything to do with being needy. A man who lacks purpose and self-worth often seeks validation by putting their relationships on a pedestal. They become his idol. They become the reason that he breathes. And ironically, that's exactly what suffocates them. So it's probably not about you being a nice guy. You probably just lack purpose and worth. And now you chase relationships around like a polite little puppy, hoping somebody pets you. And that is not a good strategy.
I'm like asking girls for like help on how to talk to girls.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Be really casual.
Okay, super casual or just really casual?
Just really casual.
Really, parentheses, really. All right, anything?
Don't be afraid to crack a random joke.
Okay, jokes. Why couldn't the pirate get into the movie?
See? But like things like that, like, and then you just...
But like, why couldn't he get into the movie? Would you want to like go out sometime?
I would totally get lunch with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I have your number?
Sure.
How to make a good first impression on a girl. Part 4 will be asking a girl out. It's not that bad, guys. 3 things to keep in mind when you're golden. This is a girl you're hanging around for a decent amount of time. Whether it's like a social gathering and you're all together, a girl in class once classes are a thing. Maybe this would work over Zoom. The most important thing, introduce yourself when you get there. Casually compliment her, nothing too deep, and move on. She'll remember you. Not abruptly, just give her space and enjoy your time. And that's when you give her the cute across the room looks. Show your interest. If you're interested and confident, that's all a girl wants. And a bunch of other stuff, but that's personal. Next, make a joke. Something a little memorable, even if it's just laughing at something else that happened. If you can get a routine of every time something funny happens, you guys lock eyes, you're set.
The way to get someone to find interest in you is really simple. When you're having a conversation with them, make eye contact, say their name. Saying their name feels more personal, and eye contact is killer. I mean, if you are looking into someone's eyes as you're talking to them, it is so much more meaningful. It shows that you're paying attention, that you really want to know what they're saying and want to know everything about them. So just try this out next time you're trying to talk to someone or make a good impression on them. Do that. It works, I promise. Right, Amy?
Now, the reason I call it the 3 in 3 technique is because I believe in throwing out at least 3 hooks over 3 messages. If you look at your first 3 messages with somebody, and in those 3 messages, you didn't offer 3 distinct hooks that they can use to either relate to, ask you about, or continue the conversation, you're already making life harder than it should be for that person, and you're not showing enough about yourself for them to latch onto. You're also not giving them a chance to talk about themselves, because it's when we talk about ourselves that we give other people the chance to do the same. We give them a license.
I know I promised how to ask a girl out, but I think it's a more important first step to know how to slide into a girl's DMs. So here's your guide, boys. First, you want to compliment her, but not something too superficial. Try something about her eyes or smile. That way it's more personal. Try any of these. But before you can even do that, you need to play the game. What is the game? I'll tell you. You follow her, regardless of if she follows you back or not. You're gonna like 2 posts. One of the most recent, and one from a little bit ago, but not too long. Then you wait. If she doesn't do it back to you, it's okay. You wait a week and do it again. Or if she posts like an Instagram story, reply back to it, whether it's clicking on one of the emojis or you relating to her. DMs are a waiting game, friends. But once you're in them, act interested. Not just what's up, but ask about her.
This is a tip for every single person that thinks it's a good idea to become best friends with the person you like's friends. Don't do that. Why don't you do that? Because realistically, speaking from a girl's point of view, every single person has their girls or guys back before they have your back. Having your homies back is the number one thing. Why would they have their friends, whoever they're hooking up with's back over their best friend? It doesn't make sense. Don't think you can trust them with anything you say. Be very wise when you tell them what you want to tell them, because guarantee it will get back to their friend. This can also work in your favor if you want the guy to know what you're feeling without telling him. Tell his best friend. Think smart.
So you've just seen that hot girl in the street. How do you talk to her? You want to run round, get directly in front of her. So you run round and get straight in front. You want to pause, say, hey, I know this isn't a done thing. So you're calling out, you're being socially calibrated that people don't usually do this. But I just saw you and I had to say you looked hot. You're doing a direct compliment to get her full attention on you, to snap her out whatever she's doing in her day. You want your speech to be slow. You want your eye contact to be strong, and you want to be smiling, and that's how you stop a girl. Watch this. This is a little bit forward, but I saw you strutting past, your hair flailing, and I thought you looked hot. So I was like, I'm not going to let her get away without at least saying hello.
Hi. Oh my god, this week is going to be filled with so much wine. You are 26, and you want to have a conversation with me over Snapchat? No. Block me now. Unmatched. Goodbye.
What's wrong with a tradie boyfriend though? They're hot and they're like manly.
No, I'll tell you what's wrong with them. They all take cocaine or ketamine on the weekends, and most of them have fucking herpes. Stay away from them. They're fucking awful.
When you get into his car and his phone rings and connects to the Bluetooth and it's his best friend or one of his buddies and he says, hey buddy, say hi to my girl. That's code for don't talk about my side chicks because my girl's in the car. Pay attention, people.
I've cracked the code. Next time you want some alone time, tell your girlfriend you want to take pictures of her for Instagram, and you fire off like hundreds. I'm on my 3rd game of Warzone.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but playing hard to get doesn't work on emotionally intelligent people. It's far better to be vulnerable and ask for what you want and set clear boundaries.
Okay, I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but here is the best dating advice I've ever gotten. If he likes you, you'll know. If he doesn't, you'll be confused.
Rules to sliding in the DMs. Rule number 1. Before you even begin to try to hit up girls, you need to first work on your presentation. Just like in real life, the way you present yourself to the world and to potential mates matters. So step 1 is having a good profile picture, because what you say is important, but if you have a good profile picture, she's gonna click that and then she's gonna go to your profile and then go through it. And if it's an exciting and attractive profile, then she'll respond. But if it's an obscure profile or it's got a picture of a truck or a fish or something like this and has nothing to do with you and it's kind of all over the place, you're not even gonna get left on scene. Which brings me right into step 2. Your pictures in your profile should be of you. You should be the center of the focus. You should look attractive. You should show that you're living an exciting and interesting lifestyle. That's gonna be the thing that makes her respond. And this is hilarious that I'm saying this, but no selfies in the bathroom. If she likes your profile picture and your tiles, then she'll read your bio. So step 3 is work on a good bio.
Ready, boys? Here's how to know which dating app will work best for you. First, you need to realize that men outnumber women on dating apps 2 to 1. So you're already at a disadvantage. But if you pick the right app, you'll be able to maximize your matches. First up, Tinder. There are usually 2 types of girls on Tinder. I mean, we're all on Tinder, but the ones that actually go on it are either new to dating apps, which is a gold mine, or they've had very little luck elsewhere. But they're pretty much all expecting you to be pigs. But the passport feature is where it's at. If you're willing to drive for a girl, she's all about you. Bumble. Men under 5'10", this is your spot. Girls are usually looking for a relationship, so make your answers count. We read them. Hinge. If you're under 5'10", I highly recommend you focus your time elsewhere. You can totally be successful on here, don't get me wrong. But a majority of girls that download Hinge are looking for 6-foot babies. You should totally be on all of these apps. This is just so you know where to focus your time. Lastly, Raya, the dating Met Gala. If you're on there, you don't need my help, but I need yours.
So I received a bunch of messages from you guys on Instagram regarding the post that I put up yesterday when I used to do online dating for men. The biggest thing that you want to remember is that your profile picture is the first impression for anybody on that app, and we are making decisions in about 1/10 of a second. People are not just judging you, they're looking at everything in your picture, every aspect of it, your facial expressions, your posture, what you're wearing, and they're making judgments based on those things. They say that a picture is worth 1,000 words. So the thing you need to think about is, what are your pictures saying about you? In my next video, I'm going to share all the ridiculous photos that I took of myself today. And what you should do is look through those photos and think, what are you assuming about me? And how likely are you to swipe right?
Men and women deal with stress very differently. Women typically feel better after talking through her problems, while men typically feel better after some alone time. And here's why. Men need 30 times more testosterone level than women to be highly functioning. So imagine him as a smartphone. In the beginning of the day, his battery is at 100%, and as he experiences stress, he burns through his testosterone. So by the end of the day, his battery is pretty low. One way that men recharges their testosterone level is by doing something simple and mindless. You guessed it, playing games and watching TV. He is temporarily switching off so that he can plug in and recharge his battery. So ladies, it's important to not take his alone time personally, because 99% of the time, it's got nothing to do with you. They just have a biological need to switch off and rebuild their testosterone to a much higher level than women.
Number 2, use desire language instead of friendship language. Friendship language is, you look nice tonight. Desire language is, you look hot tonight.
Hey, Cassandra, you look hot.
And when someone hears that language, they suddenly realize, oh, this person sees me differently.
Go on. Make a move. Make a move.